allow the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo.
Hello there. You're welcome to Maiyegun's Diary Political this evening. Please let me know if the audio is perfect from your own screen there. So let's know before we continue. So this is Maiyegun, and this video, if you check, is going to be, the picture is going to be different. It's going to be in full HD. That is a high definition as well. So let me know how it is before I continue. So it seems to be perfect from this end. Let me check. Before I continue. Yeah, I think we are good to go. Yeah, so tell me about the picture. I'm trying something out, right? So I want to know if that works out fine. Let me know if the picture is better. Let me try it on my screen before we continue. So I've got a big screen, so I can check. So, yeah, the video is 4K, so I want to check it on my screen if it is. I think it's pretty much very good. Yeah, so it worked. I tried something out. So tell me about the audio, if the audio is also very good. On your own screen, I mean the audio, because that is where we always have a problem. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever you are, wherever you are right now, the time you are watching this video. This is Maiyegun live, and tonight I have a lot of stuff to share with you. And also I want to, you know what I mean, I really feel good tonight. I think we should have a phone in, okay? So I'm going to allow some calls to come in tonight so that, it's almost, it's just 2 days, 2 days to Christmas. So it will be a good thing to hear from 1 or 2 or 3 or more of you who would like to chip in 1 or 2 things in the program tonight. So if you read the caption of the broadcast, I'm going to be reading your comment too. So that's good for us. Don't worry. I'll be picking, the comments randomly. So thank you. But remember, you need to subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary if you haven't already. You also should please share the link. You can copy the link and share that with your friends. Let them know that Maiyegun is live and we have a lot to talk about. Mohammed came out and he said, Nigerians are ungrateful. That is how they talk down on you. That's how they talk down on Nigerians because they feel entitled, the sense of entitlement that the Nigerian politicians enjoy. There is nowhere else. There is nowhere else you see any politician enjoy the kind of privilege Nigerian politicians enjoy, and they get away with most of the time. So that is why they can turn around after all of their monumental failure. What they have turned Nigeria into in the last 5 years. Mohammed came out and he said, Nigerians are ungrateful. It seems that all Nigerians, all they do is to complain and complain and complain about Buhari. They don't want to appreciate the fact that if it is not Buhari, if it's not because of Buhari, some of you, your lives don't go even from bad to worse than it is right now. What they are saying is that if not because, thank you very much, Emma. So Emma, the video, the audio, how is it? Let me know if you have any issue with the audio. Okay, I'm trying something out. I upgraded, the software, so I paid more because I've got extra to do that this month. So I paid more. So I now decided to check it out for the first month and see that if that works well. Would you be surprised if I tell you that I'm actually using my my phone because that's how good the software is? So it cost me a lot. So if it's working perfectly well from at your own end there, that means it is a good buy. So it's good for us. Thank you. So Mohammed came out to complain that Nigerians are not appreciating Buhari. I don't even know where to start from. But one thing I found is that it is the sense of entitlement for me. How they feel like whatever they are doing for Nigerians, they are helping you. They are doing you favor. Meanwhile, you can tell those whose lives got better in the last 5 years, the Nigerians they are leading, or themselves who have become sudden multi-billionaires overnight. Look at all of them. So what they do most of the time is that they tend to blame, because it is the norm in Nigeria. You blame the victim. No matter what happened, don't ever blame the leaders. Don't ever blame the politicians. So over time, politicians will now turn around and they will begin to blame you for asking for the same thing they promised you, or for complaining that they are not doing enough. Thank you so much, Adekonye, Michael. My friends are back. Thank you very much for your super sticker from Canada. God bless you. Do you get that now? So I think it was 3 days ago, that was Femi Adesina that said Nigerians should be grateful. They should be grateful that bombs no longer explode every day anymore in Nigeria. That it's only maybe once in every 3 days. That is when bombs always goes off now. Then the garbage shoe came out as well to say, well, bandits were those who negotiated for the release of those school children kidnapped by bandits, and therefore Nigerians should stop complaining. We should be grateful. We should be thankful. We should be thanking them. You shouldn't be seeing you should not be seeing the bandit, the criminals as criminals, because they are now partners or business partners with the government. They are now negotiators with the government. Then Mohammed came out to say, well, You guys are ungrateful. That Buhari saved Nigeria from the corrupt people, right? Let me start with Femi Oponu Adesina, and then I'm going to go to the garbage show so as for us to have all of this on record.
A time in the immediate past when they happened daily, several times. You talked of one bombing within those 3 or 4 days. There was a time in this country when bombs went off like firecrackers every day. There could be 5, 6 bombings in one day. Now you can have 2, 3 months with no single case of bombing. Let's be thankful for small masses.
Let's be thankful for small masses. They were talking about the insecurity in northern Nigeria, where Boko Haram have now metamorphosed into bandit, Fulani terrorists, and rather than the government to go after them, punish them, prosecute them, let them face the law of the land, at least on terrorism. But rather than the government of Nigeria to use the law on terrorism in Nigeria against the real terrorists, Nigerian government is now recruiting them as negotiators. For those who have become victims of banditry. They give them names, bandits. These are guys that walk, they walk into the government houses, like unchecked, though, no security check, no stopping, no nothing. Do you get that? Even you, legit citizen, you can't see your governor or see any minister anyhow. These guys legit walk into government houses. They give them red carpet. You know what I'm talking about? These are the guys who are killing people, kidnapping people. They continue to do so. Today, the news broke that the kidnappers, they kidnapped 37 NYSC students or these people who just graduated, who just finished their own passing out parade as well. On their way, they kidnapped them. But the NYSC came out, they said, no, they didn't kidnap them. What happened was that there were some armed robbers who were shooting, and they shot one of the corps members, okay? So that is what happened. But well, the point there is that the criminals who are killing people, kidnapping people for ransom, they are still doing it. When they kidnapped their school children, according to them, they kidnapped over 600 school children. How can you kidnap over 600 school children and the military, the Air Force, the Nigerian police, the DSS, they are unable to stop, intercept them anywhere, okay, until they took the children to far away, Nasarawa or something. Now, when they released the children, the figure changed from 600 kidnapped to 344 released. Nobody is asking question about what happened to the remaining numbers. Give us the names of the school children, the story around it. Even the children came out, they said they were told to claim that they were kidnapped by Boko Haram. Meanwhile, they said, no, it's not Boko Haram. They were kidnapped by the bandits and all of that. They continue to use their media to manipulate insecurity. Now, a day after they claimed to release the 344 school children, they kidnapped another 80. They make sure that they manage to kill that in the media so that it won't be like the Kankara kidnapping. So what happened? They paid them off again. They paid the terrorists off. And they said, yeah, they kidnapped them, but we have freed them. And that's the end of the story, like the story of Kankara, like the story of the 110 people beheaded. Now, in the northern part of Nigeria, if you are going to some of these villages, are you with me? If you are going to any of these villages, some of them, right, you have to collect security clearance from the military. So the military need to give you something, okay? They need to give you a paper that will say you can go. And that paper, let me tell you how messed up the northern Nigeria has become now. All the parts in northern Nigeria as we speak, in Zamfara, where the PDP governor who won through the court, remember that guy, Matawale, is also fingered in the people who negotiated, according to them, for the release of the Kankara boys, okay? So they fingered the Zamfara state governor, Matawale, as the one who spoke to the terrorists. But meanwhile, APC is accusing him of, legalizing banditry, terrorism in Zamfara state. Do you know what they have done? The guy promised that, number one, is going to ensure that Sharia is the law in Zamfara in the next 2 years. He's promised them that. The second thing is that he now paid the state government, including local government in Zamfara. They now pay what they call the ransom so that bandits in Zamfara state, they will not be kidnapping people or they will not be killing people, even though they are still kidnapping people and they are still killing people. But according to them, APC is accusing the guy of one of the masterminds and the sponsor of Boko Haram in northern Nigeria. This is a first-time governor. The guy just became governor, but he's been in the system for a long time. Okay, Zamfara is where they found gold, where they were killing people, massacring people anyhow, villages to villages, because the farmers who are resisting those who are trying to destroy, who are destroying their crops, looking for gold in Zamfara. So these terrorists will come, they will kill the farmers, kill the family, kill everybody, take over the land, and they will begin, to look for their usual gold. In Zamfara right now, they have two governments, one led by the bandits, one led by the hoodlum. The hoodlum is the Matawale, the one which has the, what do you call it, 1999 constitution-powered governor. Then others unnamed are the bandits who are currently collecting taxes from the people of Zamfara state. People are paying taxes to go to farm in Zamfara. Do you get that now? So they fingered the guy. They said the guy is one of those who negotiated for the release of the Kankara boys because he could speak to the terrorists and they listened to him and they did not collect any dime, which is a lie. Do you get that now? The Nigerian army claimed that they sighted the boys and they rescued them. The Nigerian Air Force say, oh, we found them and we rescued them. The, who else again? Initially, they told us that the Miyetti negotiated for their release. And Miyetti is the is the media organization of the media arm of Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, right? So that is just to tell you that even when people complain about this insecurity, they are called ungrateful. Do you get that now? Ungrateful people. That is what Lion Mohammed called them. And the one that Garbage Shehu said, where he said, Miyetti Allah and repentant, that's new, repentant terrorists. They are those who negotiated for the freedom, for the release of the Kankara students, okay? Listen to this. That's new.
All of the leading actors involved in the release of the children, the students, said no ransom was paid. The governor of Zamfara state, who had a policy of engagement with the bandits and leading to the surrender and the renouncement of banditry. So they used reformed bandits to gain access, repentant bandits, I think that's the word they use, to gain access to those that were in the forest, and they had them released. So your question is, was ransom paid? To the best of our knowledge, no ransom was paid because all the leading actors, Katsina, Zamfara, did say no ransom was paid.
I don't know how you probably will process that. Nigeria, the giant of Africa, the most populous black country in the world, the most populated, the country with the most black population in the whole world. The giant, the crippled giant of Africa now uses repentant terrorists to negotiate for the freedom of citizens kidnapped by other active bandits, as they call them. That is what Nigeria has become. And that is a pride to the likes of Garbage Shehu, pride to the likes of Lion Mohammed, something of a great pride to the likes of, Ikene Shatabandu. I'm talking about the fake Pastor Ruga. All these guys who are the asshole rats, eh? It's a thing of pride to them. But guess what? Lives are being traded. Lives of the people they want to protect, their lives are being traded for all these schemes. And it is worrisome. The reason why it is worrisome is that insecurity spreads. It doesn't stick in one place. It doesn't stop in one place. Before now, it was Borno State where the Boko Haram was very, very, very strong. I mean, to the point that they managed to take over 14 local government areas. Okay, but let me tell you something. It was more transparent back then, the fight against Boko Haram. Today in Nigeria, the fight against Boko Haram hasn't done much to reduce the influence and the terror of Boko Haram. Rather, it has managed to further establish more terror groups who are now very, very active in all the part of the north, including the southern Nigeria as well. Very, very active. And that's the result of that 5 years of that failure that Lion Mohammed said you should be grateful for. Even Buhari, I think this is what Buhari said in 2015 about this same issue of insecurity and kidnappings. I want you to listen to it again.
Will you look into the recommendations in the National Confab report?
Well, frankly, I haven't studied it. I have a problem with that conference. My problem is this, if you could recall. At the time, the government said it voted 7 billion naira for that conference. ASU was on strike. And teachers on the tertiary institutions, polytechnics, were on strike. These strikes were at least for a whole academic year. I think a serious government, if they have 7 billion naira to throw about, will go and negotiate with ASU and then the teachers organization or teachers unions.
I'll come back to that video in a moment. Okay. So they were talking, there's a part of it where they were talking about the same insecurity in the north, but that part you listened to just now is the part about the unity, peace, as well as what do you call it, the national confab. That now that you are the president, as APC president, you promised and you campaigned that you are going to look into the national confab. That's part of your campaign promises, that you are going to give local government autonomy, you are going to give resource control, you are going to give state police, you are going to give this or that. So what are you going to do now? So you prefer to complain about the cost, but I'm going to come back to that later. So the failure is what they want you to be grateful for. At least be thankful that you are still alive. You are not dead yet, even though people are being killed. But at least they are not being killed by, they're not being killed by bomb or killed, by bomb, according to Femi Okunu Adesina. But according to Garbage Show, that won't prefer much to legalize the criminality of, number one, state-sponsored terrorism, where the government of Nigeria, on the one hand, is claiming to be fighting a war against the terror, and then on the other hand, they are opening doors for terrorists to escape justice, whereby they can go out again and still commit another act of terror. Kill, most of the time they kill, like what they do now. So as we speak, they have submitted to fate. Everywhere you go in northern Nigeria now, the story of the NYSC students kidnapped along Abuja, Lokoja Abuja Expressway in Kogi, right? At Tere or somewhere. So they were kidnapped. They were not, the NYSC claimed that they are not kidnapped, but one person was shot and killed. That's a one corps member killed. The level of the insecurity spreading from the northeast now to the north central to northwest, and then it's coming down gradually, before you finally badge. Well, it's already there in the middle belt. The people of Benue, can tell you, the people of Plateau State, Jos, can tell you what it feels like or how easy it is to defend themselves against the marauders, the terrorists. So you cannot be fighting the terrorism on the one hand, then on the other hand, you are also encouraging it because you are willingly paying them money for those who are ready to collect money from government. For those who are not interested in collecting money from government, you seize control. You give them the control of the territory where they control now. So in Zamfara, not just in Zamfara State, in Yobe State, in Niger State, in Adamawa State, in Borno State, in Kaduna State, there are so many areas already taken over now by the terrorists. And people have to pay them a lot of money to be able to access their farms. But when you say it, they will say you should be grateful. Coronavirus is back full time. Listen, the same way they play it down, because they believe that, they have enough money and they can travel abroad to get treatment. But coronavirus is back again, and most of the countries they will likely be going to, they're going to be locking down soon too. So what is the plan for Nigeria? Are they planning anything for the Nigerians who are going to be affected for the second time? Even though they are saying it that they don't plan to declare another lockdown, but they are going to declare another lockdown, okay? And when they do that, it is not because they love the country or love the people. More people are going to crash into poverty again, and they will cash out on that, tragedy. So we don't know the plan, but they are speaking from all the sides of their mouth now, okay? So, but when you talk about this, they will still tell you, you should be grateful, probably because you are alive. A news came out here that Ibikunle Amosun, some of you know Ibikunle Amosun, the former governor of Ogun State, Abi. So the news came out, I think it was about 2-3 months ago, of, is it up to that? I think it should be about I'm going to peg it at 6 weeks or 2 months ago, okay? So the news came out that Ibikunle Amosun, when he was governor of Ogun State, and they were running to make Buhari the president of Nigeria in 2015. Just same way, Rotifmi Amechi was using the River State money, the River People's money, to fund APC at the time. Ibikunle Amosun from my own state, in Ogun State, was busy using the state money to fund Buhari's, to fund APC and to fund Buhari's family, to take care of them, including Aisha. One of those transactions are traced when this started. We didn't know that it was actually like a tip of the iceberg, okay? So they said they found 9 million naira transferred to Muhammad Buhari's personal account in 2014. Buhari then was that poor farmer. They are packaging for you, the poor soldier, the illiterate terrorist, that dictator, so that they were packaging. So those who were packaging him, as they were packaging him from Ogun State, they were packaging him from River State. Even those from the northern Nigeria who didn't really believe in him then. That is why today, when people accuse us, the Yorubas, as those who brought Buhari to power, you sometimes have to just let that pass, because there are people who actually stole Yoruba money to make Buhari president of Nigeria, okay? Just like there are people who stole Niger Delta money too. There are those who stole Igbo money, the Igbo people's money, to go and fund Buhari. Some of them are compensated, though, don't misunderstand me. And the people they left behind are still who they are when these criminals were in charge. So let's go back to it. 9 million naira was transferred to Buhari. They said, no, not lie. It's not Buhari, it's for Buhari estate in Abeokuta, the fake estate that Ibikunle Amosun put Buhari's name on and pretended to be named after the president. But the property and everything that should be the projects and the properties of Ogun State government, they sold everything to his own friends who are now in charge of those estates anyway. So they call it, he said, no, the 9 million naira was for Buhari estate. So, okay, what about this 27 million? So, well, it is also for Buhari estate. Which level now, Baba? Calm down. Well, fine. Finally, we found the truth. That it was not just those who bring the weapons into Nigeria. Those who bring weapons into Nigeria because of war, political war that they are profiting from. Ibikunle Amosun, who is now a senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District in Abuja, was 8 years, 2-term governor, 8 years governor of Ogun State. So he's also a gun runner. So think about this. Every time I come here and I told you then that, listen, this guy is criminals, I have my reason. Some said we need to show respect. You don't respect criminals, okay? You don't say because criminals are older, they are old. That means you have to respect their age. Criminals also get old, you know that. Same way you can't say because someone is old and is foolish, you have to respect him. You don't respect foolish people simply because they are old. Because you see, when you see criminals, when you see young criminals, if they don't die or go to jail for their crimes, they will grow to become notorious career criminals, and they will become your governors, become your senators, possibly become your president too. Okay? So after that, they will grow old. You can't say because a criminal is old, that means that you shouldn't call him a criminal. And this is who they are. So they were using the money as Ogun State people. The young people in Ogun State were struggling in their education, struggling in infrastructure, while they are building a substandard overinflated contracts in Ogun State. The governor of Ogun State was also using the cover of the seal of, what do they call it, seal of arms or coat of arms, the authority they used to intimidate all of you all the time. They were using it to bring guns into Nigeria. It got to a point whereby Ibikunle Amosun ran out of where to store guns in Ogun State. And when he couldn't use the guns for 2019 elections, imagine somebody, governor of the state, using the state diplomatic cover to import guns and start running guns, sharing guns to thugs. In Ogun State, as we speak right now, the amount of guns in the hands of political thugs, APC thugs, for the 8 years that Ibikunle Amosun was governor. If there should be war today, if there should be anything today, right, people will kill themselves before they get help from anywhere. You know why? Because there are more of them with guns given to them by the people who are also paying policemen to look for people who are holding guns. So it is a place of a mad place. So Ibikunle Amosun ran out of where to keep guns. And Ibikunle Amosun is a very close friend of Buhari. Let me give you a bit of a background and why I'm sharing this with you. So as for you to know that no matter what you think can be done to salvage Nigeria, you are wasting your time. The whole thing is intertwined together. This bunch of criminals and rogues, right? They only feed on one thing. They feed on the vulnerable people, the gullible people in that country. And when you begin to think for them or think they are better than what people say about them, you are giving them the benefit of doubt that will give them more opportunity to do it again and again and again. And here we are. It will just be a rat race. Let me give you a bit of a background of Ibikunle Amosun and Buhari. They were friends. They became friends when Ibikunle Amosun, a PDP senator from Ogun State, decided a PDP member from Ogun State conspired with another AD member, Gbenga Daniel, okay, to dethrone the governor of the state then, Olusegun Oshoba. So in 2003, Gbenga Daniel became governor of Ogun State. Ibikunle Amosun became senator from Ogun Central, representing Ogun Central in Ogun State. So by 2014, Ibikunle Amosun was already planning to succeed Gbenga Daniel. Gbenga Daniel wanted to be a second-term governor, right? So Ibikunle Amosun, a senator, believing that he helped Gbenga Daniel to become governor, betraying someone from his own clan in Egba at the time, that is Olusegun Oshoba. So a year after Gbenga Daniel became a governor, Amosun became senator. Amosun wanted to be governor. So that was how Amosun jumped ship from PDP to APP or ANPP. And who was the presidential candidate of APP and ANPP? Buhari. So, Buhari, ANPP, they don't have more than just one state or so in northern Nigeria. And I think it was Zamfara or somewhere. So they didn't have enough money to push for his political campaign. It was Ibekunle Amosun who then jumped in to run as governor of ANPP in Ogun State against his friend, Gbenga Daniel. So he lost the election. Their relationship started from that 2004, and it remains same up to this moment, according to those who know them all. So in 2007, Ibekunle Amosun contested against Gbenga, he lost. In 2011, Ibekunle Amosun, right, by then already joined a new coalition of ACN. ACN then led by Tifnumbu. So it was easier for him to become governor in 2011, but he kept his relationship with Buhari, according to those who are very close to them. Ibekunle Amosun, when he became governor, started taking care of Buhari's family, giving them money, giving them, making clearance for them if they have to go abroad for holiday and money for this, money for that. Just same way, the likes of Bafarawa was also funding the education of Buhari's children, Aisha's children in London back then when they were governors. So in 2014, when the pressure was on to make Buhari to join the coalition of, then Buhari started his own party in 2011 called CPC. So by 2014, the ANPP, the ACN, the CPC, the new PDP of Atiku and Saraki, they all came together to form APC. So when they formed APC and Buhari became president, people were expecting that in Yoruba land, APC of Yoruba land, Tinubu will be their leader. So therefore, Tinubu will call the shot. Who will become this, who will become that. Ibekunle Amosun reared his head and brought to life his relationship with Buhari and his family. And that is why you will see him everywhere with Buhari at the time. So because Buhari is now president, it was time for Buhari to pay back the good friendship that Ibekunle Amosun had been with him. In fact, according to people who know them, they said it was because Ibekunle Amosun, ACN governor, was there to stand and then stand for Buhari in APC. That was why Buhari agreed to bring CPC to ACN and to form APC. So the only saboteur, somebody who sabotaged Tifnumbu the first 4 years of Buhari, was no other person other than Ibekunle Amosun. That was how he got many things. He got many things. He got Ogun State indebted to the point that when Ibekunle Amosun took over government in Ogun State in 2011, the total debt of Ogun State was 57 billion naira left by the Gbenga Daniel, his friend. So Ibekunle Amosun inherited 57 billion naira as debt in Ogun State. When Ibekunle Amosun left Ogun State, he left a total debt of over 400 billion naira for Ogun State, and then, monumental, uncompleted projects. But this is what happened the next 4 years, the second 4 years of Ibekunle Amosun. Remember, he's been governor from 2011. He's been using his own thoughts because of the rivalry between himself and Gbenga Daniel. So when Ibekunle Amosun, first-time governor, and Buhari running for president of Nigeria, so and he influencing that, he became the godfather, the coolest godfather that sabotaged Tifnumbu. This is a true life story, okay? And it may be sounding some boring to you, but it's not really boring for those who are interested in my story, right? So Ibekunle Amosun was the one who nominated Kemi Adeosun to become the Minister of Finance under Buhari, even though Tifnumbu nominated someone else. When Tifnumbu sent his own list, after Buhari waited for about 7 months to select his ministers and eventually announced names, it was Ibekunle Amosun that nominated the names of Fashola Fayemi, Kemi Adeosun, but this Shitu guy from Ibadan. Everyone who managed to scale in and get into the government of Buhari in 2015 to 2019, they did through Ibekunle Amosun. And that rivalry, for those who know, they'll tell you. That is not why I'm sharing this. Under that cover, Ibekunle Amosun used Kemi Adeosun to get approval for so many ridiculous loans at ridiculous what do you call it, interest, where because of his closeness to Buhari. In 4 years, Ogun State's debt jumped from about 100 billion to over 300 to 400 billion before Ibikunle Amosun left the government. Okay, and empty the treasury because Kemi Adeosun became a minister. Nigeria debt jumped. All the idea of all the borrowing. You remember Kemi Adeosun, Kemi Oloyibo, the one that loves to speak all this grammar. The Cockney phone. You remember Kemi Adeosun, Abi? So it was Ibikunle Amosun. So it was the same thing they did in Ogun State, but there was something. Ibikunle Amosun then knew that Kemi Adeosun never finished any higher institution in Nigeria. In fact, because she finished her own diploma in like a polytechnic sort of qualification in London, right? Which will still qualify her as an accountant, but they had to forge the NYSC certificate for her. They had to forge everything for her as a way of having a compromise on Kemi Adeosun, so that whatever they ask her to do, she will do it. Her job is just to sign things. Her job is not to question things. That ran Nigeria into serious debt, the debt that Nigeria will never come out from. Remember that since they removed Kemi Adeosun as Minister of Finance, when the rumor came out that Kemi Adeosun didn't go to serve anywhere, she forged her NYSC certificate. Do you know those who released that? They are those from Ogun State. It's a story for another day. So, while all of that were going on, that's all we know about the financial impropriety, okay? Other things were going on too. Ibikunle Amosun was doing gun running. And part of the looting of Ogun State during that period was this. Amosun withdrawing 10 million naira. Imagine withdrawing 10 million naira times 120 times in a day, because you wanted to hide the looting of 1.2 billion. You don't want to take it once. They were withdrawing 10 million 120 times in a single day. Also, the same Amosun withdrew the same 10 million again 90 times in a single day, because they wanted to steal 900 million naira. The same Amosun, because they wanted to steal 600 million, withdrew 10 million 60 times in a single day. And all of this passed through the Nigeria financial system, the CBN, the EFCC, the everyone that is tracking all the financial transactions in Nigeria, undetected. Same way, the Maguluta King, who was going after thieves who stole money from Nigerians, they said they were recovering loot. They are recovering loot. What people didn't know then was that they were relooting the recovered loot as well. Okay, so they now found out that when they started questioning Maguluta King in Abuja, Justice Salami panel, the one that probed him after Malamu, Attorney General, sacked him. Remember that? So they found out that among those impropriety, abuse of power, was that Maguluta King collected, they confiscated property from somebody in the eastern Nigeria. They confiscated that person's property, and then they sold the property as scrap to who? To Bat Adon, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the whole chain of corruption, thieving, and stealing is so, the stench of it is so strong that you can deny or pretend not to see them, that liar Mohammed can call you ungrateful. Do you understand that? Because they are entitled that whatever they give to you, whatever they do to Nigerians or do for Nigerians, they are doing you a favor. Olaniyi Oyebola, thank you so much for your super sticker. And I love your super chat, so I'm going to read it out too. Yeah, great man doing a great job to save lives and a prophet of our generation. All your hard punchlines are our realities now. Maximum support, sir. Thank you, Olaniji, comrade. God bless you. And thanks so much for all the support too. You guys coming out all the time to join me and share the link with your friends. I'm going to open the line. I just want to enjoy myself for an hour. And I'm going to open the line and we can have our conversation as long as we want. You can phone in and chat in, okay? So I can go on and on and on and on with why these guys feel so entitled. And that is why they can talk down on you. And I actually love the fact that, yeah, they can do that. They can talk down on you. They can continue to believe that without them, there's absolutely nothing that anyone can do. And moreover, like, well, they can tell you who is a criminal, even though they are the most heartless criminals you can ever come across. You even want to ask yourself, okay, let's even see it this way. Let's say they are privileged to be in the position they are now, okay? And therefore, they should love the country. Shouldn't they love the country? Because it's a privilege that in Nigeria of today, for you to become a government property, the government takes care of you. They give you free house. They give your family free health care, health insurance. You have the security that is, protecting you. You live where you don't have to complain about electricity going off. Your children can go abroad and get the best education that money can buy at the expense of the taxpayers. Okay, and then you can then turn around to call them ungrateful simply because they're asking you to give them the same thing. Let them have the same privilege, the same life. Because you can't have the same thing you are having or taking from Nigerians and turn around again and then call them ungrateful. In a way, it's more or less like people, when they feel like, well, we have conquered them, what can they do? What can they say? And that's why I respect, that's another one, someone who has no idea. And they are these guys, these criminals, they cover themselves. That is one thing that really gets me a little bit kind of, pissed off. They cover themselves. And the only way they do that is just, you have to pledge your allegiance to the criminal leader. And that's it. Once you have done that, you can continue to torment the lives of the people, even when people get killed. Shouldn't they be protecting the country as privileged as they are, as lucky as they are? Even though nobody voted for them, they will always rig themselves in, right? As lucky as they are, shouldn't they love the country more by making sure that the people are safe, protected, that those who are looting and stealing the country dry, committing all this crime, this economic crime against the country that continue to leave their people in poverty, shouldn't they be punished? But because they are all making money from it, why should you punish yourselves when you are making money? You can blame the victims that they are ungrateful. Don't you know that government is trying? And there is no plan for anybody, no single one. That's why I respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB guys. You don't really have to like them. I respect them a lot. And I feel worried for them too. I feel worried. They are interested in protecting themselves, but they're going to be the targets now. The Nigerian army, Buratai, the butcher, and the rest of them, they are going to be busy in 2021 hunting them down for trying to protect themselves. I've got some video clips I want to share with you, by the way. Thank God I've got this on today, and we can use the opportunity to watch them. I want to share with you a few of the parade, the movement of the ESN in the Eastern Nigeria, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, right? These guys are ready. You can no longer blame them and say, you cannot, Nnamdi Kanu needs to protect them, and Nnamdi Kanu needs to let them this and that. They are now ready, but I don't know if Nigeria is ready. Let me share this with you. I picked that up days ago.
I see what it look like. Get ready. Jesus. Wash your bin, wash your that thing, wash your video. Wash your sugar. Who you give me beer? Wash your sugar. I'll go on in Weber. It's a good old now. Tin you go before it escalated. People know sellotape and anymore.
Let me tell you why I decided to share this with you tonight. Nigeria is a place where dreams are killed. Millions of dreams or millions of people's dreams have been killed in Nigeria simply because of how Nigeria is structured. If Nigeria happened to be a country where, well, forget about it, there's no country called Nigeria and everyone is leading themselves the way they choose to. The northern Nigeria can choose to be a Dubai or Afghanistan. They can choose to be Kuwait or choose to be, Saudi Arabia or choose to be Syria or Iraq. But there's something so unique about everyone in Nigeria in a way that if they are allowed to function separately, like the Biafrans, yeah. Nigeria is busy looking for who to buy weapons from. They are going everywhere. Everywhere. You see, if they are not borrowing money from you, they are looking for how to share, to exchange petroleum products so that you can give them weapons. When you give them the weapons, you start asking yourself, what are you using the weapons for? Why are you not using the weapon to protect your people? But they use the weapon to kill their people in Nigeria, okay? Do you know that during the Civil War, the Biafrans, they were manufacturing their own weapons when Nigeria and other Western countries placed embargo on them, and then stopped the rest of the world from supplying them weapons to defend themselves against the Nigerian army. These guys were manufacturing their own weapons. They were manufacturing bombs, ogbunike. They were manufacturing, RPGs, anti-aircraft launchers and all of that. So today, it's so funny that an average Nigerian is told, is brainwashed to make him feel like Nigeria actually won the war due to strength of Nigeria. Nigeria didn't win the war. Nigeria turned the war to genocide. In a war like that, civil or what have you, you spare the civilians. You will know that you have to protect the civilian population. You don't use the civilian population, right? You don't kill the civilian population, starve the civilian population to weaken the fighters so as to bring the war to an end. That is genocide. It is not war. It is genocide. That's how Nigeria, and that's how the Biafran soldiers were able to just come out and say, well, you know what? If we can fight and fight, we can fight to death. But we cannot feed our people if this embargo goes well. But when the war lasted, for 3 years, these guys were manufacturing their own weapon. But today, Nigeria make you believe that they can't fight it, they can't do anything, they will crush them within 2 minutes. The Nigeria that cannot crush Boko Haram for 10 years because they are profiting from it. The same criminals are bragging that they will crush the Biafrans within few days if they unleash on them. Well, let me take you to the forest where they are now busy, not looking for Nigerian soldiers, not looking for trouble. They are there surveilling their own environment because they know the Nigerian military cannot protect them. I wish Oduduwa Republic campaigners will allow Amotekun to do this, but they have managed to cage Amotekun under the police IG in Nigeria. So if any Amotekun acts anyhow now, or they know just one single order from Abuja, it will make all Amotekun comrades or call. It will make them, it will turn them to criminals within just a few minutes. That is how messed up it is for some of us in Yoruba land who don't know this whole game or what they are doing. Yes, they're going to start going after these guys in the next few weeks. Trust me, I know that. They're going to go after them soon. But they are not looking for trouble. They are busy looking for anyone who is loitering, who is, hanging about to perpetuate criminality in their own community. Everyone should be concerned because the soldiers are no longer interested. Watch this.
Go back to farm without harassment. They go about their business. Those farmers that have retreated from farming, we have come to make sure that they go back into farming. You can see them getting ready. You can see our men getting ready. You can see us getting ready for battle. Eastern Security Network, Abia Command, getting ready for parade, getting ready to search around the bush. We are getting ready to march around. We are here in a thick forest, here in Abia, to make sure that our land is secure, to make sure that our women goes back to the farm, we are here.
Thank you very much. You see, they are not, from what you have heard from that video, they are out to protect themselves. There is no law that is against self-protection, self-defense, okay? They are not going about looking for soldiers. They are not threatening that they're going to kidnap anybody. They are not. But you see that video is running a lot of riots in the minds of the criminals in Nigeria. Those that are going to open the doors for the criminals in Nigeria to go after them are not going to be Hausas, they are not going to be Yorubas, they are not going to be any other person or any other people other than the Igbo leaders. They are those that will feel intimidated that from the blues, from nowhere, this young generation, this generation of Biafrans, they will stand up and protect what is left of their fatherland, of their motherland as well. So politicians will trade them off. Politicians will make money from it. Politicians want to be ministers. They want to be governors. They want to be SAs. They want to be contractors. They want to walk about and say, I represent Igbo people, even when Igbo people are being killed in Igbo land, not outside Igbo. Even when the Igbo people are being killed outside Igbo land, they will use that for their own political gains. Now, this generation says, no, they are not going to do that anymore. They are going to stand up and stop those who wants to turn them to second-class citizens on their own land. You can try to turn them to second-class citizens in Nigeria until they leave Nigeria. But you can't go to their land and tell them how to live by collaborating with their criminal politicians. Come on, guys. Everything you do in life has consequences. You know that it has its own consequences. And in this regard, being proactive is not a crime. And they have not committed a crime standing up. They will manufacture their own weapon. They have already been doing it. Let me tell you, these are the guys who can couple up any ammunition within seconds, and they are going through all the training, self-defense training. Some of you are laughing at them. They are ready to stand up and and die for what they believe in. When many of you are waiting for God to help you. There's this broadcast I'm going to do tomorrow. It is going to be about Nigerians to stop electing politicians and decide should vote for God in any of their coming election. So that every time you have a problem, you can call the person you voted for God. So you can't be voting for Buhari, voting for Atiku, voting for Sanwo-Igbo, voting for Aregbemubo, voting for all these Koweres, and then when they fucked up, you turn around and say, God help us, God, only God will help us. They ask Buhari, what are you doing about the Niger Republic border? Buhari said, only God will protect Nigerian border. Now God you elected, now God they collect salary. So these guys are standing up to defend themselves. There is no law against that, okay? No matter what they tell you, no matter how much they try to spin it, defending yourself is a fundamental human right, okay? You don't need a book to tell you that. If your life or the life of your people or your family or your immediate loved ones are in danger, you have every right to stand up and defend them, including harming yourself. But in Nigeria, you will be arrested. You will be treated as the criminal for standing up to defend yourself. It is a shame, but the ESN are not backing down. They are not looking away. And you should be proud of them. Don't condemn them. You may not like them. You may not like their approach. You may not like Nnamdi Kanu, okay? And I don't think the purpose of a Biafran struggle is for you to like Nnamdi Kanu. He said all he cares about is to get Biafra, a country where people will be treated as human beings and respected as humans, not be treated as second fiddles, as statistics that can be, done and discarded anytime. You deserve better, and anyone standing up asking for that should be someone you respect, even if you don't agree with them all the time. You should respect him. In this regard, we should respect Nnamdi Kanu. Amotekun is a smoke screen, but I love it. The fact that we can still very much still say, okay, we Yorubas, we said we get something. Okay, let's just accept, say we get something. We have Amotekun in Oyo State. We have Amotekun in Ondo State. but they cannot go into the bush and look for those others, the terrorists who are going to be kidnapping our people. One sec. Excuse me. Thank you. So Amotekun is not doing that. Now we are hearing the news that Amotekun is engaging in gunfight inside Ibadan, where cultists are exchanging. I don't know. But never, at least we have something. The people of Benue, people of Jos, now God they have. Even though they elected their politicians, today if you go there, they will tell you they are looking unto God. God will help them. So we in Yoruba land, we also feel like we get something. Even though the whole thing is not for the whole Yoruba land. There is no Amotekun active in Osun State. You know who is controlling Osun State? The cousin to Chief Numbu's cousin, Oyetola, Adegboyega Oyetola also, the governor of Osun, is Tinubu's cousin. So Amotekun is not functioning or functional in Osun State as we speak, like they should. If you go to Ekiti State, who is there in Ekiti State? Another loyalist of Asshole Rock, Kayode Fayemi. How is Amotekun doing in Ekiti State? You and I know that there is nothing there anymore for Amotekun. So if you go to Lagos State is APC State, where the bodilon thief, Jaga bandits and the Jagawiri of Lagos is, residing. So there is no Amotekun in Lagos, except if you want to start seeing Amotekun collecting Roja on the road. No be so. So if you go to Ogun State, there's no Amotekun in Ogun State. So if we in Yoruba want to say, we say get Amotekun, now just to massage our ego. Because even the two states that have Amotekun, we know their limitation. But it's not bad. At least we get something we can say we have. That's how crooked the system is. That's how rotten the system is. That's how tricky and fraudulent the system is. Look at how I just put that to you now. As a Yoruba person, shouldn't you feel concerned? Should you be standing up and say Nnamdi Kanu did anything illegal for trying to protect themselves? For having some people that will in fact go out there and defend people who are going to be attacked? For the first time, should you, as a Yoruba person? I don't want to say anything to you if you are Arewa. I know some of you are very good. Some of you are even my friends, okay? Some of you are very good people. And one way or the other, you love Maiyegun because of the truth you listen to on Maiyegun's diary. But the generality, you know what I'm talking about? The rest of you, Arewa, you are supposed to be busy organizing your own security platform, not arranging and starting ISBA, starting Sharia, starting looking for somebody who abused Allah, somebody who abused Mohammed, somebody who called this. So you should be busy organizing young men and women, brave men and women in Arewa land, in Nigeria right now, that you are controlling the military, that you are controlling the Air Force, that you are controlling the DSS, the police, the judiciary, the National Assembly, the presidency, and all of that. Your people are still not safe. What does that tell you? It means that even those people, despite the fact that they come from your side, they are making money from your mystery, from your own unfortunate mystery, in the hands of the terrorists, that they are now prefer to either turn to negotiators or repentant terrorists. Look at that. You are supposed to be busy looking into how to also pressurize the responsible leaders in your area to begin to recruit young men and women who are ready, genuinely ready to face the terrorists and keep your farmers. Let your parents be able to go back to the farm. Let your people be able to go back to the market, be able to go back to everywhere and do things without the fear of terrorists, rather than condemn them in the eastern Nigeria. Imagine if you have thousands of northerners, Arewa, if you have thousands of them who are doing this in Arewa land right now, can any bandit just go ahead and kidnap 600 children without a fight? Can that happen? I'm sorry, watch this. That's why you shouldn't condemn the ESN. You shouldn't condemn, you shouldn't. You don't have any child. I mean, you don't have that. Wherever you look at your sons, your children, this is what they turn them into. Those who are supposed to protect them, they have failed in protecting them. They are now teaching them how to lie.
Are they bandits or are they people?
I did not know who they are, but since they said I should say they are Boko Haram, the gangs of Abu Shekau.
So So they asked you to say they are.
Yes. Yes.
What's your experience then?
What I experienced, sincerely speaking, they are not Boko Haram. They
During your days in.
So they were teaching the children what to say. So if you are an Arewa, are you happy seeing your children, your young children traumatized, being played in this whole scheme? How do you feel? You should feel worried. I mean, you should. Meanwhile, there are those who are busy trying to prevent that. They don't want their own school children to end up in the bush for days when the government will then be telling you, oh, we are negotiating, oh, we are not negotiating. And in the southern Nigeria, we have more people who believe in the religious liberty. You can be a Muslim, you can be a Christian, you can be whatever you want to be. Everybody live in peace. Nobody will kill you because you are not doing your practicing the religion they want you to practice. So why you, Arewa, from Arewa, a northerner, why, with what is going on with you, why should you condemn these people who don't seem to happen to them?
This is under Abia command. This is an Eastern Security Network. Yes, the men are ready. They are ready. They are good to go. These are the Eastern Security Network. The men are ready. They are ready. They are ready. Yes, the land is secured.
Why should that get you worried? This is the kind of images we should be seeing in northern Nigeria. To say, oh, northern Nigeria, they don't support terrorism. Their leaders have failed them and not use any religion or what have you to deceive them, rather than condemn the Hebrews who are trying to protect themselves. But you know, one thing is that the Fulani terrorists will have to run away. They won't go to the Eastern Nigeria like they intended to do before now. They won't be able to go, okay? So the people that will now go will be the legalized terrorists, the ones they will recruit into the Nigerian army, give them guns, all the weapons that are supposed to go and they are supposed to use to stop the bandits, as they call them, or Boko Haram in northern Nigeria, all the weapons, everything, they will give it to this bandit, repentant bandit. Since repentant bandits are now negotiating for government, who says repentant bandit who knows how to shoot gun will not be sent down to the Eastern Nigeria to go and look for those who are trying to protect their people? Think about that. My good person, Olatunji Babatunde, thank you very much for your super sticker regularly as usual. So I don't want to miss that, so I have to leave that on the screen. So thank you very much for that. Do you understand now? So you as a Yoruba person, or as a Arewa person, or even you as a Biafran who just doesn't like Nnamdi Kanu, you should be proud. You have no idea the danger that is lurking around. You need something to scare them away, okay? As we speak right now, the terrorists in Nigeria, they are not afraid of your government. They are not afraid of your army or anybody. There's this story. There's this, eyewitness story. People who were taking ransom, money to the bandits who kidnapped their family members. On their way, they were stopped by the Nigerian military who are doing stop and search. They had the roadblock on. So they stopped this family and they told them, they said, see, this is money. We are taking this money to the terrorists who kidnapped our family members. Yeah, and then, if you can help us, you can even come with us. If you can, they said, God will help you. Continue. We'll just continue to your. That means even in Nigeria today, there are many of these ransoms that are being facilitated, negotiated by the police in Nigeria. Instead of you to phone the police and say, oh, my family member is missing, and there are some people who have called us, they want to take money, ransom. Please, we need you to help us. The policemen will be negotiating with the bandits, with the terrorists, and now you will pay the money. That is how bad it is in Nigeria right now. So you should not be worried. You should not be sad. All the lies they told you, they shouldn't get into your head. People are dying. That is not fake news. People are dying and people are missing. That is not a fake news. Okay? So if the people who are saddled with the responsibility of protecting you are not doing the job, you should not give an excuse for them. I'm going to open the line now. So you can call in But when you phone in, remember, it is WhatsApp call only, okay? Phone that number on your screen, +4470, +447960631010. It is a WhatsApp call. Keep it short and simple for whatever you want to add on today. Liar Mohammed said you are ungrateful people. Criminals are roaming about in the country. Terrorists are being freed and paid by Nigeria, and the activists are being hunted down as terrorists. They are being set up on different Trump-up charges. Protesters' accounts are being frozen while government is releasing the vault, opening the vault to terrorists to feed fat from you. 5,000 of them have been released so far, and here you are. 2021 is here. As broke as Nigeria is, as much as sad as it is that they have no plan for the people they claim to love or leading, right? Share your view with me. Call the number. I will answer you.
Mr. President has no respect for the National Assembly. We must hate, and that's the painful part. Our resolutions don't mean anything. Our bills that are passed are not assented to. The more you say it, the more annoying it is to the president. He will never change them. Therefore, Mr. President, please, I want us to have a cursory look at Section 143. Section 143 is not about removal, Mr. President. There are certain actions that the National Assembly can take. I am not saying the president must be removed. No, it will be premature. But let us take a resolution signed by 1/3 of us, of members of the National Assembly, and sent to him. That again, we are not prodding him, we are compelling him. That.
Yeah, I have my first caller tonight. So, like I said, I'm feeling cool tonight, and I know many of you would like to call in and add your own contribution. So I have my first caller. The line is opened from now on, and please, like I said, keep it short and simple. I'll read your comments, and if you are able to call in, I would love to hear from you too. Baba Theophilus.
Yeah, my brother.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm very well, sir. Yourself?
Thank you. I'm so good and so happy.
Thank you, sir.
To come on board again today.
Thank you.
And I want to say compliments of the season to you.
Same to you, sir.
And by the grace of God, we will shout a bigger hallelujah by January 1st, 2021.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Kudos to Nnamdi Kanu. I respect that guy. I respect him so much. If anybody, any governor, any Igbo man does not show support and respect for that guy, that Igbo man or governor or whoever is there is a madman. Look, the situation now, my brother, is like Yoruba would say, Big Baba Sojude Ashi. Bios Sheshi Afo. If you understand that.
I'm with you.
The Igbos, the Biafra, the Eastern Security Network.
ESN.
If there is any question, let them blow everything off. My brother.
Sir.
Let them blow everything off. In defending their territory, they can do anything. I was talking to one of my Igbo friends day before yesterday. I told him that, look, I am not going to Nigeria now. But if by tomorrow the Biafra releases their flag, I will change my name to Chukunubim. And I'm ready to get to become a dual citizenship. I'll get Biafra passport. Look, this is not time for joke. Like the so-called Amotekun. It's only uniform that we can see on Amotekun. Only uniform. Putting on uniform, putting on some room. Wire iron. Those things. Putting on those things. A toothless good dog. Amotekun, a lion that cannot even, shakara anybody. Talk less of biting. I took my heart for Nnamdi Kanu. When that guy was talking, everyone, who is he? He cannot, it's internet country, blah, 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 blah. My brother, look at, there was a picture I saw of, what is this governor name? The governor and the military general was standing, and Boko Haram.
Masari, Bello Masari.
Masari, God bless you. Boko Haram was standing in the middle with AK-47.
They are taking family picture.
Taking family picture. And we are talking about I'm my food. I'm in support of ECNO, and we'll continue to pray for Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you, Baba. Let's hear from others too. Baba, you. It's a good one from you. It's a pleasure hearing from you today. Happy Christmas, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I have another caller. Let's see. This time around, I think my caller is from Germany. So I'm waiting for the line to connect. It's a mix. So Baba Theo is pretty much in support of ESN, because even those who are disagreeing with them today, like they have been disagreeing with them before now, in the long run, they are going to agree because they're going to see the picture. I'm sorry, the line is not connecting. I think we're having a network issue with that caller. Please call back. I will pick your call. Baba Theo will open the line for us today. Hello. Hello there. Hello. Yeah, you know what? Listen to the phone more. Don't listen to the broadcast, okay? It's a bit delayed. I think it's delayed for a few seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, just listen to the phone. Okay. And you can help us turn the volume down too. The broadcast.
All right.
Please. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Clearly, sir. How is the picture and the audio on your own screen?
It's very good. It's very good.
Solid. I like that. So, your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Yeah, my name is Chidozie. I'm calling from Germany.
Chidozie from Germany. Good one. You have the floor.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm really, I've been following you all for a while, and I'm really appreciative for what you're doing
Thanks,
in the society.
Thanks.
Yeah. I just have two questions.
Please.
If you can bring up these questions sometime, if you can make a research on them,
okay,
and throw it to the floor, let everyone think about what's going to happen.
Okay, good.
Why is it that the Northerners are afraid of breaking up? That is one. Why are we not qualified to vote? Because if we are allowed to vote, I believe we're going to uphold this government. Is the constitution of Nigeria doesn't allow us in the diaspora to vote? Because I know the constitution, like in USA, UK, they allow people to vote even when they are outside the country.
Senegal and Ghana, Chidozie, you are even going too far. Senegal and Ghana, their citizens can vote outside their countries.
Yes. Yes. So why is it that we're not allowed to vote? I don't understand it, because the economy of Nigeria right now is being held by the money the people in diaspora bringing into the country.
That's right.
Every year they bring almost millions of dollars. Because nobody's working. The young people are not working. All they depend is, give me something. You're sending money, maybe £100, £50. All these things are bringing in a lot of money to the society. So why are we not allowed to vote? If you can make this research, let us know if it's written somewhere if we're not allowed to vote. Why is it that the Northerners are not allowed? Why
are they afraid
to break up?
I'll tell you in my own opinion if you continue to watch Chidozie. Thank you very much for that. I like that. Let me take another caller, please. Thanks. So I have another caller, this time around from the UK here. So hello, my caller. Hello, you are live now. You need to turn down the volume of the broadcast and listen to the phone more, sir.
Yeah, hello. This is Jay from London.
Jay from London. How are you, sir?
I've been listening to you. I'm fine, thank you. I've been listening to you for a long time.
Thank you.
I like what you're doing.
Thanks a lot.
My friend, one from your first interview on the show, I really like. It was an eye opener.
Thanks a lot.
However, I've lived in Nigeria, all part of Nigeria.
Yep.
People outside Europe. The reason the fellow was asking why the Northerners don't want to break. They don't want to break up is because the culture up north, they believe in God will give you your position. And that is one thing people don't understand. It's only when you come down south that people hustle to become what they want to become. In the north, you're trained from a child to believe that God, whatever you find yourself doing, that is what God wants you to do. And the people at the top have used that for years as a means of subjugating the people down there. There are more local languages up north than we have in the south. Hausa is just like a unifying language. Just like when you speak Igbo in the southeast, most people from different dialects of Igbo will understand.
That's right.
So what is happening here is the elites in the...
What happened? Can you hear me? Oh, great. Yeah, I can hear you still. I thought I lost you there.
Oh, sorry. The elites up north know that if there is a breakup, the people up north will start looking at the people down south and seeing that these people took their destiny into their hands. And they are making it work. They will start challenging them. However, what they've succeeded in doing is to ruin our education system down south with all the citizen strike, trying to make us as dumb as the people up north. Because when you take away education from a child, like they're doing now in Nigeria, you send someone to uni and pay people's university fee from here, people will not even remember. By the time you do it 1 year, in year one semester in 4 years, you forget what you even studied. You come outside, you can't even do anything with your job. They can't do nothing. So that is why I think I like what Nnamdi Kanu has done with the Eastern Security Network. I think it's time for we in diaspora to pressure Nnamdi Kanu to go to ASU and say, listen, all the schools in the south, southwest, south, we will pay their lecturer school fees from here. Let them go back to school. Primary school open. You will see the difference.
They announced the end of the strike today, but it's Nigeria. By the next 2-3 months again, they'll be back again because Buhari always fails. So what do you expect? Go on, please.
Understand what's happening. They know it's going to be a second wave of the NSAS strike. And the reason why it was successful is because most of the youth were at home.
That's right.
They are anticipating that if that repeats itself again, it's going to be worse. So they need to open the schools, so your children are in school, they cannot participate in the rioting.
That's right.
This is a tactical move. Even if you remember when we had the same riot in London here, when Boris Johnson realized what happened because of the school lunch they took over in 2010 or 2012 or thereabout, when they said if you cancel flat, if you're caught rioting, you will lose your council flat. All the parents brought the children back in. Nigerian government have got nothing to use as a leverage on those kids. The only thing they can do is to tell them NYC is open, school is open, go back to school. Because they know when you're in school, you will not go and participate.
That's right.
And that is basically what is happening. They are not opening the schools because they can open the schools. How are they going to pay salaries? I have friends that are lecturers. They have not been paid for over 6 months. So let's not play around it. I just pray that somebody will come out like Nnamdi Kanu did and say, listen, all the schools in southwest, wherever, open back from primary schools to university. We'll pay from here. I don't mind. I'll contribute. Let everybody go to school. You will see the difference.
So they killed education for a purpose. I've had a few broadcasts. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jay, for that concise contribution there. I appreciate that. Stay safe, Baba. Nice one, yeah. So I have another caller. This time around. Hello. Sir.
Am I online?
You are live and direct. This is Maiyegun.
Maiyegun General.
God bless you. God bless you.
Told you from Canada.
Told you, my brother. How are you, sir?
Good.
Great. It's good to hear from you. So you have the floor.
Yes. First of all, thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone. I just want to say thank you. To sit down for hours and preach the gospel. You're not removing anything, and you even adding more revelation. I want to say thank you to everybody. Everybody.
Thank you.
But here's my point, right? My own say, if a cripple won't fight, now everything when they get to fight.
That's so bad.
If they fight, if they now painting, fighting everything, go change your shit, everything. This fool and no digaki must come to an end. It must come to an end. If the South not get up, kind of people that better, if they fire one shot, if not thunder comes to the ground, thunder will fire out of them. I'm sorry that I use this language.
I'm with you, Baba.
If they fold their hand, this full and going to give uniform, on fire one shot. For any ESN member, God will fire all of them from the South. Once they fire one shot, they must burn the country to the ground.
And I don't think Nigeria will survive another war. I don't see that. They can't even defeat Boko Haram. They can't survive another war. But you know, one thing is that most of these criminals, told you, some of them, they have a dual citizenship. You know that. They are buying citizenship all over the place, all over the smaller countries. Meanwhile, they are not going to live in those countries. They just want to use their passport to escape to other parts of the world. So they can leave Nigeria burning, looting it and all of that. Is that what they really want? Because it seems that's what's going to happen, told you. Last, so.
But the point is, we not go take these people and they bring. We don't want them again. I'm not. What is this one saying? You say they want to cross the years. Maybe they come now. Me, I tell you from my own name, as an executive man, me, I tell you, if I get the opportunity, I've already started this on the platform.
Yeah, David, you.
If I get chance to try to announce myself, most of the people do all this stand up or whatever stuff. I'm going to blow the place off, die or die. Everybody will go down. You cannot drop the thing and leave it to a I'm going to blow the place off. Everybody will go down. I don't take my life. What did I want again? I want the place to catch fire.
I'm not even sure people have an idea what 2021 has in stock for them and what APC also have in stock for them. I don't think people have an idea, and that's why I'm like, I'm worried. Told you, I am.
What did it is?
We are need to. Thanks, Baba. Thanks, Baba. Thanks to you too for chipping in tonight. Okay, I think we should do this more. I told you I'm on holiday now, so maybe we should do phone in more. I actually love listening to you guys or hearing your voice. Or maybe we should even do some sort of sort of a conferencing too. Allow some of my friends to join me from all over the world live like this, so I can see your faces too. You know what I mean? I'm working on it. Happy Christmas to you. Nice one. Sorry guys, if the volume wasn't that great, okay. Sometimes when this load, of course, are falling, coming in and all of that, it can indeed reduce the output. So sorry about that. Let's continue. So yeah, the line is still opened. I'm going to leave the line open there for us for another half an hour, so you can phone in and make your contribution. Because when I open my mouth again and I start talking again, now let me even quickly answer Chidozie question before I take another call. Chidozie asked me to research why is it that Northerners they don't support the breakup of Nigeria. They are always pretty much about one Nigeria. Told you, you know the answer. But for the record, the Northerners are not the ones who want one Nigeria. It is the Northern criminals, career criminals, who only survive. They survive only on the feeding bottle, the milk they manage to make from Nigeria. I have a caller from Nigeria, I believe. Let me take the call and hang on. Hello. Oh, I lost him. So sorry. So, bro, you should probably try back, okay? Tola Odubanjo, let me put your comment on. I like, I actually like what you pointed out there, but don't see it that way. If you are seeing it as if to say what we are doing is ranting, there is no changing things. That means you are not really paying attention. You see what we are doing, locally and internationally. The audiences who are looking for information on what is going on in Nigeria, they rely more on cut raw information from platforms like this, engagement, contributions, your comments. Some of them watch and they listen too. And Maiyegun General, hello. Sorry. Hello, my brother. How are you? Just give me a minute. I'll bring you on now. Just 1 minute. Thank you. So it is good to continue to have this conversation, because I have friends who actually send Maiyegun's videos to so many people in Nigeria, and I have won so many people over by listening to Maiyegun's video and so many other platforms like that. You see what great thing Simon Ekpa is doing as well. Talking about it, bringing it to the fore, to the front burner, which the Nigeria media won't do. You see all this thing we are doing in Nigeria. They are watching different things. Oh, they are showing them different things that makes it look like they have no problem. Do you get that now? So social media is doing so greatly to enlighten and bring together the people to know what is going on. And it is by them knowing what is going on that they can decide and reject what is going on. But when they don't know, so we can continue, and we will continue. Tola, so I have here a caller, and I'm going to continue with what I'm saying too. Let's continue ranting. This is all we've got for now, and continue to shout out at those who wants to kill us, to let the world knows that they are killing us. They want to kill us, so that they can tell the world when they kill us, why they kill us. That's why we shouldn't keep short. Don't off the mic. Hello, your name and where you're calling from, brother?
This is Thomas from Lagos.
Thomas from Lagos.
Yeah.
I have a Lagos caller tonight. How are you? Good one.
My brother. Nigeria say, oh, we have not gained our independence. Because those who are ruling us, the Britain, they are still ruling us up till now. And if we can't gain, if we cannot think from our own angle as Africans, we'll always remain under their own tutelage. So we are not free from them. The only freedom we got from the Britain is our own national anthem and our own national flag. But everything, we are still under them. And if we cannot change our narratives, we can never be free. And free from our colonial masters, we need to also decolonize our mind. If we cannot decolonize our mind, then we are still under them, because Africans as a whole, we are still under our colonial masters. Because everybody that ever fight for Africa, that always fight for the freedom of Africa, always end up dead. Look at Ghana was the first country to gain independence in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Africa as a whole. I'm sorry. Ghana was the first country to gain independence through Kwame Nkrumah. And after gaining independence, he tried to fight for the betterment, and look at the end of the day, it's the same colonial masters that push him away, because they know that he was trying to like breaking the people out of the bondage of their colonial masters. They still look for a way to make sure they take him away.
Do you really believe that, by the way? Because you see, I can say they are enablers, because when the criminals in Africa loot Africa and take the resources to this part of the world. These people, they collect them from them, right? So I can call them enablers. But what happened? I mean, what happened to these greedy, selfish criminals who had the chance of saying no? Because nobody is dictating to them from anywhere. But if you say they are enabling them, I will agree with you. But do you really believe that we are actually under them? That's why we are dealing with ourselves this way. Do you believe that?
Yeah, we are under them. Like what happened to Thomas Sankara? What happened to Thomas Sankara? Thomas Sankara already, he was like, okay, the Burkina Faso, we are not going to, we don't want to be under you guys again. The country, everything, the schools, everything, we want to like, we don't, Thomas Sankara told Burkina Faso that anybody that feeds, anybody that gives you food, you are still under that person will control you. So you make sure that it breaks away from the colonial masters. Make sure that anything is doing, the country will be running.
Yeah, but if you look at it this way again, let me because all we do, that's another trait of us as Africans. All we do is to blame. We blame. You know that, Abi. Now, Thomas Sankara was killed by Africans themselves who wanted the same power, Abi. And Burkina Faso today, is it better? Despite all, it is not. So that's why I'm asking you that, do you really believe that blaming this colonial master, like everyone is easily, it's so easy to blame. We say, yeah, it's them. But when we write our budget, when our criminals go out there to borrow money and all of that, you can call these people enablers, that they allow our criminal leaders to steal and bring it over here. But the act of stealing, the intention of stealing, go, that is not from the colonial master, it's from these criminals. So that's why I'm asking you that, do you really believe what you said, that it is the colonial masters who haven't really freed us? What about us that are selfish and greedy to ourselves? Is that also the colonial masters? Like, would you believe that? So that is why we need to take action there, my brother. But however, thank you so much for calling in today, okay? You should have a good one, okay? Yeah. So the reason why I decided to add that to what my last caller dropped is that, listen, you can blame anybody you want or yourself for believing all the lies that you want to believe. Sankara is dead. Awolowo is dead. Ahmadu Bello is dead. All these other people, they are dead. You can no longer continue to blame dead people when you are alive and you can make a difference. You can't continue to say the reason why you continue to accept this is because some dead people make some stupid decisions. Did you get that? When thieves steal money from Nigeria, they take them to the Swiss bank. The Swiss government who allows that. I agree. But you cannot say it is the Swiss government that came and told those criminals in Nigeria to write budget, inflate the budget, borrow money and steal the money and take it to Swiss bank. And if we continue to do that, we are never going to get anywhere ahead. We say, oh, it's because of that. That is why we are still under them and all of that. It is all psychological. I don't know how you see it, but I don't believe in that anymore. Britain is controlling Nigeria. Britain, like every other country, as they do it, they call it diplomatic dealings. Britain is protecting what they are getting from Nigeria, like America is protecting what they are getting from Nigeria too. What are they getting from Nigeria? Your oil. Nothing else, just your oil. And that is now becoming so useless that very soon you will realize that there's absolutely nothing that UK is gaining from Nigeria. It is all this political misquote and all of that in your head that has become part of you, that you begin to believe them again and again and again. I don't believe them. Do you get that now? If people decide tomorrow, Britain will not, because being your former colonial master, Britain will just write and volunteer to be part of those that will mediate and possibly help you, because if you want to break up Nigeria, eventually you're going to involve some other countries in the world who are going to sit anyway to approve the countries you are getting, Abi. So Britain may have a say. That is why they will be invited to the meeting. It is not Britain that will say, okay, yeah, break up Nigeria. It is not Britain that is holding Nigeria together. it is the criminals in Nigeria that are still holding Nigeria together. And you see Britain, business partner, what do you expect? You want them to, do you think if they get to negotiate serious negotiation with Oduduwa Republic campaigners, Biafra Republic campaigners, and they see their business interests in these countries, they will stop you from breaking up? Because they can't. Yes, they can give weapons to Nigeria because Nigeria is giving them something in return. That is taking and stealing from you. So also, when the looters, apart from your oil, there's nothing Britain is getting from Nigeria. Then your looters, they bring the loot here. So the money is in the UK economy because UK economy also needs the stolen money. So, and your thieves in Nigeria, they steal the money, they bring the money to the UK. UK government turn blind eyes. They allow the money to stay in their economy for a while. And when you steal too much, they give you a bit of it from your interest. That's what they are getting from you. They are not holding Nigeria together. There's nothing to hold to. You see, back in the days when Britain was pillaging Nigeria, northern Nigeria, southern Nigeria, your palm oil in Calabar, your cocoa in southwest, your oil in Niger Delta, your groundnut in the north, and every other thing they can steal from Nigeria. Those days are gone. There are mechanized farming producing them en masse in the UK right now. They don't need to come and steal those things anymore, apart from the oil. And the oil, they put their companies there. Not because those who are drilling oil, all those shell company, British company drilling oil in Nigeria, not because they are in any way, they can't do the same deal with any other country if it's not Nigeria. Okay? So now that oil is becoming a joke, if anybody is telling you that Britain is holding Nigeria together, they are lying to you, or better still, they are not really up to date with what is going on with the world. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there, my sister. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Tim. I'm Temika from Dallas, USA.
Timmy from Dallas. It's the first time I'm actually speaking to a lady from Dallas. How are you, Timmy?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I actually wanted to comment on the last caller's, give a response to the last caller's comment.
Please, you have the floor. Okay. Please, go on.
Okay. He said something like, Nigeria is the way it is because the Britain, they are the one behind Nigeria's problem. I really do not agree to that. Because that was the same thing they told us when we were doing history in secondary school. They keep telling us that the reason why Africa is the way it is because some people came from somewhere to, enslave us, colonize us. They keep telling us stories, giving us reason why we are the way we are. But for how long are we going to be saying this to ourselves? For how long are we going to be blaming other people? For crying out loud, Africa is not the only place that colonization took place.
That's right.
Even America was colonized at some point. So we can't keep making reference to the fact that some people came from somewhere. Right from the beginning of time, I keep telling my friends that the whites, they always feed on the fact that, I don't want to generalize now, but an average African man with the traditional African mentality is greedy. Okay. Why did the traditional African leaders sell their own people into slavery?
For money.
It was because of greed. And why are they still selling their people? Because today Nigeria is still selling as citizens into slavery, whether we want to say it that way or not.
No doubt.
When people go out of the country to go to another place, they don't know the life they are going there to meet. Because if their country does not favor them, it's not good enough for them. That's an indirect way of selling their people into slavery.
They have a name for it. They have a name for it, Timmy. It is called brain drain. When they want to make us feel good, they will say the best brain in Nigeria, the best brains of Nigerians are outside Nigeria. They call it brain drain, where it's actually modern slavery. Something that makes you leave your country because you know that the country will kill your dream if you stay back, right? And now we are now those who are now remitting money back to Nigeria. So I quite agree with you, Temi. Please continue. It's a modern day slavery.
So to me, everybody should come to the awareness that our problem is within Nigeria. We are our own problem. Our leaders are our problem. And when we come to this fact, that is when we can actually stand against them. Someone cannot embezzle $70 million. A money that is enough to take care of the whole state. And then you tell me that there's one white man somewhere that is controlling him or telling him to do that. That is greed. That is wickedness. They do all they bury money, even the one they don't even take to UK or any other country. They have septic tanks in their houses where they bury money. Is that also a function of some colonial power somewhere?
I wonder.
So it is about our leaders. It is about, and until we face it and take it as a real problem and not let somebody stay somewhere and start telling us some cock and bull stories that some people are somewhere that are controlling us or something. If they are controlling us, then it's high time we say, okay, it's enough.
And they say if someone is mad,
And then let's see some people come out from UK or US or anywhere and say, okay, don't develop your country. That's when we can say, okay, our leaders are actually trying to do a good thing, but some people are somewhere stopping them. So I don't agree to that. We should stop making excuses for them.
We should stop making excuses. I like that. Thank you so much, Temi, for calling in. Okay. So happy Christmas to you and stay safe there, sister.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Bye bye. So that is Temi there from Dallas. So I'm going to agree. The people who lead the country, who are supposed to, to be your leader in a country, they were supposed to be those who love the country most, the first. And when you love something, when you love something, you protect what you love, right? It is only something that you don't love or cherish or care about that you pillage, you ruin, you burn down, you destroy. And that is what they have done to Nigeria. Nigeria has been so good to them. So what did they do? They ran back after looting their country, underdeveloped their country, looted the resources, underdeveloped the resources, and turned their people into poverty. They run back to the same colonial masters to go and ask for money. Are we long forgotten that in that same Nigeria, Obasanjo cancelled all the debt to zero naira, $0? Have you forgotten? In that same Nigeria, and within just 2-3 years after that, within 5 years after Obasanjo left power, Nigeria was back in debt. Today, Nigeria's debt is now hovering around over 90 billion naira. Is that also because of a black man? I mean, because of a white man? Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Yemi Oluwo.
Yemi Oluwo. Did you say Oluwo? Hello, sir.
From New York.
Sorry, I didn't get the name. It's like, yeah, this is Maiyegun.
Yeah, are you on live? My name is Yemi Oluwo.
Yomi Oluwo. Okay, I think I got it now. So, Yomi Baba. Yeah. Yemi, it is Yemi. Okay, not Yomi. Yemi. So, Yemi, you are live on Maiyegun's Diary. So, and Yemi Oluwo from New York. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to thank you for what you have been doing. I've been following you.
Thank you, sir.
It's almost like 5 years, almost 4 years now.
Thank you.
I've been following you. I really like what you're doing.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless you and your family.
And you too.
I just want to say something about this Insecurity network.
That's right. The ESN.
I support it a lot because this is the time that and I'm begging most of my Igbo brothers, please, we need to support these people with the better equipment. After US Army. And we can't be watching someone from another country killing us like a chicken or something like that. And this is the time. I also really looking toward to donate money for them. I'm a Yoruba guy. And I really like that, and I really like the Eastern Security Network. That's it. I really like it because
the concept.
Because 2033, we don't know what is going to happen because these people might attack us. If we don't try to get our equipment and fight these people, they might attack us. Hello.
I'm with you, Baba. I'm with you.
And I want to say something to one because as my own U.S. Army experience, I want to say something to most of this Eastern Security Network. Please, I'm trying to say something to the Shenny Command that they need to be well equipped. You know, like for example now, this is exactly what happened to most of the Nigeria. You have a 2 magazine on your bullet. You have 2 magazines, and you want to go and fight all these terrorists that have like a 10 magazine. That's not possible. This is the time our brothers, our Igbo brothers, should support all this Eastern Security Network to fight this bad guy. They are bad guy. They are terrorists.
Thank you so much, Baba. Thank you.
I also want to support them. I'm looking forward to be sending money to them.
Good.
To be sending money to them.
Great.
Please.
Thank you, Baba. They are watching, they are listening, and I believe that there are mediums of how you can reach out and support them too. And if I come across any of them, I will be happy to share it on Maiyegun's
Even though like by 2020, 2021, 2022, these people will take our land, and we won't have right to do all these things. We won't have right to fight these people. They will take all over our land. They are in Lagos. I went to Lagos. I went to Nigeria. They are everywhere in Lagos now. Under the bridge of Adekule. They are there. They are sleeping there. They even build a small tent. A small tent there. With they even build a small tent there under the bridge. This is time. This is time we should wake up. And we should wake up. We should wake up because these people try to take our land.
Thanks a lot.
2021, 2022, it's going to be dangerous. Tinubu that is trying to be a president, he will never be a president of Nigeria. All this Fulani, they are just foolish in it. They just need this money. They just need this money.
Thanks a lot, Yemi. Thanks so much, Baba. Yeah.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
And you too. Let me take another call again as well. And thanks so much for the support, Baba. You are a veteran because you guys have many 4 years, 5 years with Maiyegun. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So have a good one, sir. Cheers, sir. So that is a Yemi Olu from New York, a very much emotionally concerned Nigerian. He is pretty much really upset, and he said, "Listen, we need to protect ourselves against the marauders." He's ready to contribute financially to support the ESN. And I know there are many people as well, and he's pretty much interested in encouraging the ESN chain of command to make sure that these guys are really armed. By the time the whole fire will start burning, they cannot go into that with just 2 magazines when others are coming with 10 and all that. So I pick a point there. But listen, they have been there before. Their fathers, their grandfathers, they fought to keep Biafra, to save the people of Biafra. So they've done it before. They've heard the stories. They will learn from it. And I know all the support social media will give to them as well. Let's see how this goes. And we are seeing this not because the IPOB or the ESN, Instant Security Network, not because they are violent, not because they are preaching violence or anything, but because we know that Nigerian government is the violent government. They are the government that will unleash violence, terror on these people for trying to protect themselves. And that is why internet will do the justice to this now than it did 50 years ago when they started the Biafra genocide alone.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Nkiruka, calling from Madrid, Spain.
Nkiruka from Madrid. How are you doing tonight, my sister?
I'm fine, sir. And you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So, you have the floor, please.
Yeah, my own opinion on what is really going on in Nigeria is that I will just say, let me use one simple word, that those back home, they need to be emancipated. That is, release themselves from the control of parents. Why do I call them parents? Because we call these people elderly ones. And these elderly ones are not using us as slaves. Normally, when you emancipate from let's say an adult, you are not under your parental control, especially we that now outside the country, we are now ahead of ourselves, we take care of ourselves and we do so many things for ourselves. So until they back home decide that these elderly ones need to leave us, they should go and take care of their grandchildren, because normally in this Europe here, once you are above 65 years old, you already, most of them are out of place of work, so they are not with their pension.
They are retired, exactly.
Taking them to back. You know, taking them to back. That is what those thieves in Nigeria are supposed to be doing now. They should go and take care of their grandchildren. They should sit down at home and let the youth take over the country. From my own opinion, there is no country, especially Nigeria. That is not a country. So we need to separate. We need to go around different ways. We need to divide the country into 3 or 4, 5 or 6. Anyhow, let everybody have their independence, because it's getting too much. There is no other solution. If we are going to war, let there be war. People should not be afraid to die.
There's already war already in Kenya. There's already war going on anyway. People are dying. They are killing people, kidnapping people, you know.
People are dying in Nigeria, people are dying in the sea, people are dying everywhere. So we shouldn't be afraid to go to war to get our independence. We should not be thinking of today, we should be thinking of the future. We have suffered enough. We have suffered enough. Nigerians everywhere are not respected. You may think, no, I'm comfortable in my country, but if we were sincere, we that are in diaspora, there are certain things that will happen to you, maybe in your place of work, in any way you are, you will react. You say, no, there is no place like home. So this is why we are fighting, especially we in diasporas are speaking out. Let those in Nigeria who are feeling the pain every day, they should rise up. They should rise up. This is what I always tell them, rise up, speak out. I'm also thanking you, Samuel, and other people, you are cheating, and so many other people who are involved in this show. We should be speaking out. We should be speaking and let people get this information into their heads and know that this is the time to chase out these thieves out of the office. Let them go. And we need to start dealing with them, because there is no point of hiding them. We should start dealing with them. At least use one as an example. If they use one as an example, I believe others will learn. So because they have not used one, for example, that is why they are still making up the presidency, no presidency. Every day they change laws that are not benefiting anybody, only themselves. So this is what I just want to say. Thank you, sir, for what you are doing.
Thank you too.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you.
So please, Nigerians, wherever you are, let's begin to support this division, because there is no other solution that Nigeria will get. There is no other solution. It's division. That is the only way out. And this we cannot let it go, because Nigeria will only divide through war. This is what I feel. And we shouldn't be afraid. Our forefathers went to war. My own father went to this war. So and we continue to go to war until Nigeria get their independence, especially with the Biafrans. We are saying no to Nigerians. And I will continue to encourage Nigerians, so many people who are fighting for this. This is what we believe. And we will not rest until we get it. So if other people are willing to join us, let them join us. So do the work, wake up. Let's separate. Let us go our different way. Let us go our different way. Look at countries that are smaller than Nigeria are separating. So there is nothing wrong in separation. Thank you, brother.
Thanks so much, Nkiruka. You really came with bazooka to a small fight. I like that. You came prepared. Thank you so much, my sister. You stay safe. Cheers. Yeah, take care. Bye-bye. That's a good one. And Nkiruka is already getting a wow from the comments because she started with number one. You see those old people. When it's time for them to retire and they don't want to, get them retired. Stand up, speak up, fight for yourselves, fight for your right. Nigerians in diaspora, don't feel like you are comfortable now. What about other people you have back home there? Do you think you being comfortable and them going through that hell from that same country that's supposed to protect them makes you comfortable? So it's a good one from Nkeruka there. Kabiyesi, sir. So your name and where you are calling from, sir? Oluwasegun from the US. How are you, sir? You have the floor.
Yes, sir. Firstly, I just want to appreciate everything you are doing from day one, from Facebook days down to YouTube right now.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your effort. You're so great. In fact, I don't know what to.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much for the support too. Because if all of you are no day, I can sit down here and just be screaming at myself, and it will just be like, if I see this guy get me a problem, what's the wrong with him? Nobody to listen to him. It's just a scream. But thank you too for all the support, all of you.
Yes, sir. It started with possible to see.
Yes, sir.
Our leader was in Nigeria. I don't call them as a leader. I count them as the thieves.
Which they are.
Yeah. So I do call our strength in Nigeria before I relocate to America. We spent so when you hear now, those like their life is just like that. Then to the jail. So we are not spending that money again. Nigerians jail for your life. We are just like it's not like they are not lying again. They are already condemned.
You mean it is now dead Judea? It's not like Judea. We should call it dead Judea. Onini and exactly Onini and Toro. Damn it.
The team are recruiting thieves. Like recruiting Boko.
Absolutely.
See, I was very privileged to be with some of them when I was back in Nigeria as a political youth person. They are just bunch of the same feathers. They are just the same. So when you say I listened to a caller before I called and say was talking about the British holding us together. That is one of the brainwashing theory they are giving our youth. See, when I share your video to some of my friends now, I was like, see, catch a little. I didn't say everything the guy said is perfect. There should be one or 2 points that can easily turn your whole life and be your own self-dependent youth to change other youth so that we can forge ahead. To me, I'm not a Nigeria is dead. Nigeria, they said today they are killing themselves, tomorrow they are killing themselves. You see, I was fortunate to meet one of the rep here in the state I am. And the guy was like, because I do challenge them that you guys are looking like what is going on in Nigeria. Why can't you discuss this? At least you have the black apples in the house. Why can't you discuss this? And let's see what will happen. Maybe there's going to be a little fear in those things. So they was laughing. Why to me, they are things that is robbery. When you say a robber robbing a bank,
Like Robin Hood. You rob Peter to pay Paul. Eh?
So the response of that guy is so short. It's like, you know what? And say what? They cannot just put that to the floor until they gather their own information that is real to counter those things. So I was like, wow. So, because I was trying to show a lot of films, a lot of YouTube something to him, but the guy was telling me some of those things might not be accurate and genuine. So they will do something about it. Do something about it, and we'll see something that happens. So luckily yesterday I was tuned into live after their debate. I see a couple of people deliberating on that. I have a little hope. But as you would normally say, telling those things, they will not want Nigeria to separate. They know the right thing. They know where Nigeria is. They know the state of where they already destroyed Nigeria.
If you tell them to break Nigeria, you are telling them to throw away their feeding bottle. Easy.
It's just like you are telling a thief that bank he has seen billions of dollars. Don't near it.
Don't go there.
And the thief is telling you, my boss already bought that bank. I have to bought that bank too. So that is how their life is.
It's a shame.
It's not a shame, my reputation. Sometimes I just like, I don't want to talk.
No, Nigeria, if you want to live long, just don't take Nigeria issue. Just watch Maiyegun so that you can listen, you can laugh and forget and move on until the next one. Or else, Baba, if you want to die quick, put Nigeria mind for mind on. I see we die like say, oh boy, now you be the main person will consult your problems, you know. But we will survive, we won't die.
You see, I said something when you talk about Amotekun, and the same thing you said I said Amotekun is just like a camouflage items, events to shut people mouth. It's not Amotekun. Forget about Amotekun. I gave somebody an insight of 1994, 1993, 1994, when they arrested Dida in Odokolu. I school in Odokolu. I live in Odokolu. I know what the real people in Odokolu, the real men, I know what they did before Dida came out.
To God be the glory. Ogoni follow me for Kofoluwa.
If you remember when we were in school, when those men, they call them the Ogoni, they came together and they call a black cow at that ring road and it's center. After 7 days, Dia was back to ring road.
And Abacha died. You know that thing. I get that one. But yeah. It is well. It is well. You know what you're talking about. And I know you know what you're talking about. Thank you so much, Baba.
Where are those men?
I'm asking myself the same thing. Where are those men that will stand up and they will tell you that things will happen and things will happen? It is well. It is well. Thanks so much, Baba.
Forget about they are going to die in that 7 days. Forget about where are those people?
They are dead. Possibly they are long dead. Thanks so much, Baba. I'm going to let you go. Okay. So tomorrow, you are very welcome. Tomorrow, if you are lucky again and you are in because of your time in America, so that's an issue. Or I would love to hear from you again if you are able to tune in again. Thank you so much. Have a good one, sir. Yeah. Bye bye. Cheers, man. Yeah. You know what they say? Ara lewa soja. For those who are Yoruba, they know what I mean. Ara lewa soja. That's someone who comes from my own area trying to take me back memory lane about things that I grew up seeing our elderly and our people using the euro. Politicians, they have bought everyone now. They've bought everyone, so they would rather just keep those things for themselves and let you go and deal with the fake ones that those hustlers in Yoruba land that won't really stand up to defend Yoruba land. It's a shame. It is a shame. I wish I have some power, that I wield some power to influence things. Look at what they are doing to Amotekun. Look at what they are doing to Yoruba people. Look at what they are doing to your people. Because every time there is economic crisis in Nigeria, those who suffer from that are not, if they say Nigerians are these, they are referring to those people you call your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, including your own parents too, if you are lucky that they are still alive. Mine are not alive anymore, so they are gone. Therefore, I have less to worry about, except for those I'm now worrying about, worrying for now, But Nigeria is just there to raise you, whether you're a Yoruba man, an Igbo man, Efik or wherever you, even these northerners, as we say, right? Nigeria is just there to reign and kill you. And if you have the opportunity of sitting down to design and discuss what Nigeria or what kind of Nigeria you want to have, trust me, if the option is given to you to opt out of Nigeria, break it up. Many of you will use that. And that is why we have to continue to do what we are doing. So all of you. Baba, Yemi Oluwo. Baba, thank you so much for that, your super sticker, okay? We appreciate you. I'm going to see everyone tomorrow. I'm going to close the line. The line is closed now, okay? So we've managed to spend 2 hours because we're taking calls today. So tomorrow, if the time permits us again, I would love to hear from some of you again. Tomorrow. So thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for phoning in. Thanks so much for your comment, for sharing and all of that. Again, same time tomorrow between 6 and 7 p.m. UK time. Please use your own time to measure them. We are now 1 hour behind Nigeria. So therefore, just know what that time is. This is a quarter past or 16 past 8 p.m. in the UK. You can use that to set your time. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. I'll see you again. Until then, stay safe. And remember, it is not the likes of Liar Mohammed. He is not in the position to tell you if you are satisfied or not. You have that right. It's only you who feels that. And with what they have done so far, you don't have any reason to be grateful to them. If you have any right at all, it will be to kick them out, get them arrested, prosecuted for their crimes, not watch them talk down on people like they are doing right now. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Let's catch up then. Good evening.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní Ẹ̀súnràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì.